Hello, Tim Gavel here from the Region Media Group. I'm down here at the Phillip Ice Rink. On Saturday night, quite a special game here in ice hockey, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Canberra Knights. Of course, the Canberra Knights were the ice hockey team here in Canberra before the Canberra Brave. Now, alongside me is Mark Rumacanen. Now, Mark was a player and captain of the Knights and then the Brave, and he's returning for another game. Mark, are you excited about the 40th anniversary of the Knights? Because, as I say, they were Canberra's ice hockey team before the Brave.
Yeah. So it should be a good weekend. Should be fun on Saturday. It's just a bit of a celebration, I guess, of the Canberra Knights sort of led the way. The Brave wouldn't exist without them. Wouldn't have had the community support and whatnot without the Canberra Knights. So it's a good opportunity to come out and celebrate the past and the present and future, I guess.
So what players are we going to see in action, given that we've got the Knights versus the Brave?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We haven't seen any team lists. They're keeping it pretty hush-hush. So I'm hoping to see a bunch of the old guys that I started out with. Brad Hunt, Trevor Banks, Dave Batho, these guys. But whether or not they've been able to commit, I'm not too sure just yet. So time will tell.
Because I'd imagine a few of them wouldn't have played for a while.
Yeah, no, some of them haven't played for a while. We had a wedding the other week, actually, Brad Hunt's wedding, and we were commenting that some of these guys aren't in the best shape of their lives, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just on the Knights, incredible history. They operated very much off the smell of an oily rag. Mm-hmm. It's hard to describe in modern day sport just how tight things were.
I don't know 100% the financial side of things, but I know that we'd go away and it wasn't the most glamorous time, but that's amateur sport, really, so. It definitely did get better towards the end of the Knights, but like I said, without the Canberra Knights and the history of the Canberra Knights, the Brave wouldn't exist, and we wouldn't have been able to go on to bigger and better things. So they definitely laid a foundation for us to build upon, and it was always a fun time playing with the Knights. Always a good bunch of guys, and success wasn't necessarily always there for us on the ice, but it was always a good bunch of people to be around, good fun, and like I said, great foundation to build upon.
And you were part of the campaign once the Knights folded to ensure that there was ice hockey and a team here in Canberra with the Brave. Tell us about that time.
Oh, that was a pretty interesting time. I mean, I spoke with Geordie Gavin and myself were probably talking the most about it at the time, I think, because we were at that age where we could have shut it down and moved on with our lives, but we still had a few years to give and a few years we wanted to play, so I think we just decided that it's worth fighting for. And again, a lot of the community pushed us to do that. We saw what it meant to a lot of people, and sort of just took the bull by the horns a little bit and pushed to get a team back in the league and on the ice. And we had some fantastic people come and help us out. Peter Chamberlain, Jamie Wilson, Warren Apps. They came out and really helped us get it off the ground, and they took it off, took off with it and built it to what it is now. So it's a pretty successful club, and I'm happy that it's around still.
Yeah, just as a final question, I guess hasn't been too much ice hockey recently because of COVID. Mm-hmm. You're confident the Brave will survive the latest COVID shutdown? Yeah,
I mean it's hard to say. I mean, again, I don't know. I don't deal with all the financial side of things, but I know that having the season shut down, there's obviously money still going out to some degree. There's money coming in, I'm assuming, from some of the sponsors, but not as much from game sales and whatnot. So obviously there has to be a big thank you to the sponsors that have stuck by us, the community that stuck by us. Love to see as many people down here this weekend as possible. And like I said, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't 100% know. It's definitely played havoc with the seasons in terms of surviving for the club. I can only imagine it's going to be fine. We're hearing that everything's kicking into gear for next season, so looking forward to it.
All right, thanks for that, Mark. And just a reminder, there is a game here Saturday night. It's the Canberra Brave up against the Canberra Knights, a celebration of the 40th anniversary for the Canberra Knights. Just in sport happening this week, we've got the start of both the W League, which is now known as the A-League Women's, and also the WNBL. The UC Capitals in action against the Sydney Uni Flames Sunday afternoon in Sydney, and on Friday night at Viking Park, Canberra United play Melbourne City in the opening game of the A-League Women's competition. This is Tim Gavel down here at the Phillip Ice Rink.